Self-Defense Force personnel are currently contacting local governments and related agencies to assess the extent of the damage. This is live. This is our live camera in Miyagi Prefecture, Sendai area. You can see that the skies have been covered in smoke. And we turn our cameras to live shots in Tokyo. And it looks like earlier we were seeing several smokes billowing out from a building, but we don't see that at this time. Obviously, this is the downtown Shibuya area. Taking a closer look at the streets, and it looks like there's a little bit more traffic than normal during this time of the day. Hundreds of thousands of people in Tokyo have been left stranded after train and subway service were suspended. The magnitude has been revised upward once again. The earthquake that hit northern Japan is a magnitude 8.8. Japan's meteorological agency has revised the earthquake upward. It now says the earthquake had a magnitude of 8.8. Of course, one of the largest for Japan to experience. East Japan Railway Company says it stopped train operations, including Shinkansen bullet trains, although no major damage has been reported so far. The Tokyo Metro Subway Company has also suspended all operations. Company officials say it will take time to check the safety of all tunnels before resuming operations. You're seeing live footage of Tomakomai area over in Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost island. Obviously, the tsunami has struck that area and has... but it looks like the damage is not as extensive as some of the other prefectures. Tsunami, obviously, though, has struck that area as well in Japan's northernmost island of Tomakomai.
And that is where we leave our colleagues at NHK Japan. You're watching extraordinary pictures there of Japan, of the earthquake and the subsequent tsunamis that have followed that, wiping out entire towns. Incredible, very distressing images of huge waves of debris passing through and crushing homes, cars, buildings, entire towns, as I say, being swept away. Fires have broken out across the country. Nuclear plants have been shut down, and certainly a terrible disaster unfolding in Japan. I'd like to go now to our political reporter, Ashley Gillen. Ashley, I understand a delegation of politicians are travelling in Japan at the moment. Have you been able to be in touch with any of them? Obviously, telecommunications are very difficult at the moment.
Yes, Nina, one of those MPs on the delegation is the Labor MP Amanda Rishworth, and I've managed to get some texts from her. The phone lines are, as you say, very congested, and she hasn't been able to call out at this stage. She told me that there are 3 Labor MPs and 2 Liberal MPs on this delegation. They include Stephen Jones, Natalie Hutchins, Stuart Robert and Michaela Cash. I understand all of them are safe and well. They're all currently stationary on a train around 200 kilometres south of Tokyo. That train's been stopped there, Amanda told me, for the past 3 hours or so. The group of politicians were there for the purpose of developing a relationship with members of the Japanese government, but the good news is that they're all safe and well tonight. We do know that there was also a group of elderly Australian gentlemen who were POWs. They were in Japan to receive an apology from the Japanese government a little earlier this week. So we're trying to confirm with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade if we know if that group has come back to Australia yet or if they still are in Japan. Of course, DFAS is being inundated with questions about Australians who are in Japan. DFAT tells us that the embassy in Japan is in contact with local authorities. They're trying, of course, to determine whether any Australians have been affected. The advice from DFAT is that if you have any concerns for the welfare of your family or your friends who you think may have been in the affected areas, the first step is to try and contact them directly. Then, if you're unable to contact them and you still have concerns for their welfare, DFAT says that you can call their consular emergency centre. The number for that, 1300 555 135.
And what about our Foreign Minister, Ashley, Kevin Rudd? Also, of course, our Prime Minister, Julie Gillard, in the States at the moment.